This is the big story that we're bringing to you today. An American national of Indian origin was allegedly sexually assaulted by a boy named Jaswant Singh at a hotel in central Delhi. Now, the victim then traced the accused on social media and submitted his photo to the police. The suspect has been taken into judicial custody. However, here's what's more shocking. The victim complained that the police was not supportive throughout the case.
So though I went to the police, first of all, it was very uninviting to be with the police. I wrote my FIR in English, and the woman that I was talking to was unable to read the English and unable to understand me in English and had prompted me to speak in Hindi. However, my Hindi is not describable. I wouldn't be able to give the descriptions that I was able to give in English, especially the emotional parts of it. So it was quite traumatizing to not be understood and to not want to be understood and to be prompted in a different language that isn't my language in the first place. Once I had identified the person, once I had found him on Facebook, I knew I had to add him so that I had at least some sort of contact that I could get to the police. I did show the police his photographs. They took his photographs and we had gone to the hotel, and I happened to actually see him going up the stairs, which was mind-blowing. I mean, to feel that, to see your rapist in the same hotel that you were in just a week ago, it was like the trauma kind of coming back all over again. But once I was with the police and I had asked them, you know, to check the cameras so we could follow the cameras and go to whatever room he had gone into. However, they had insisted that we keep looking through each room, which was a waste of time. So there were me and him in the room, and then there was two policemen, and they had to, I don't know why they had to leave the room with just me and him, but they left the room and walked right outside, just a couple feet away, but enough that they could not hear what was going on in the room. And though it was probably no more than 60 seconds to 2 minutes that we were alone, 60 seconds gives you a long time to plead and threaten. And he said to me, you know, I don't know what I did. He once again didn't claim that he did anything bad, but he was like, I'll give you whatever you need. Please don't take this forward. I'll give you.
Complainant has narrated a sequence of events truthfully. That sequence of events that suggests without any doubt that the remaining three persons, they are a part of this crime, and the circumstances suggest that the accused could not have entered the room of the victim without their active aid, support and information.
Extremely shocking case coming to light there. American national allegedly assaulted. And here's what's more shocking. We heard the victim who said that the police was uninviting. The police delayed filing an FIR because the complaint was in English. Now we have Bhavatosh, who's been tracking this case, getting us more details on the phone line. Bhavatosh, tell us this. The victim has alleged that the police was uninviting.
Yes, in fact, that's what the victim told Times Now. She said that the police was very hesitant to file a case in this entire matter. They said that the woman investigating officer completely said that this FIR should be written in Hindi, and because she does not understand English, and the victim said that her third language is Hindi. She is an American national who can only understand Hindi, bits of Hindi, but she can't write in Hindi. It was only when her lawyer intervened that it was decided that her complaint will be taken on record and a FIR in this case will be registered. But that was just starting of the ordeal that she faced. She further said that on her own, she traced the accused in this case. In fact, she said that she saw the accused in the hotel, and instead of just going and arresting him, they decided to check each and every room. She further said that she, along with the accused, were taken in the same police vehicle, which is against the law. And the victim further said, the woman or the rape survivor further said that she was kept alone in the room with the accused, and the accused threatened her inside that room. The police, on its part, has said that they have arrested one suspect in this case, that is Jaswant Singh, who in fact was pursuing a course in Merchant Navy. He has been sent to judicial custody. But what police cannot explain is why two of her Indian friends have not been arrested. In fact, they were with her in the room, and they left the room unlocked when Jaswant came and sexually assaulted this woman.
Also, Bhavatosh, get us up to speed with the investigation that's underway right now. Also tell us, is there any sort of action that's been taken against the police officials who delayed filing an FIR?
The police have said that they did not delay filing an FIR in this case. They said there was slight miscommunication. That's what the police have said. As far as other allegations are concerned, the police have said that they have not been taken on record. But the woman has said that when she recorded her statement before judicial magistrate, she has specifically mentioned that the behavior of the police was unbecoming and that she felt slightly uneasy when she was, in fact, recording her statement. The police has also not been able to explain why Jaswant's two friends who were present in the room have not been arrested. They have only filed a case of sexual assault, whereas the victim's lawyer continues to maintain that this is a case of gang rape and two other accused in this case should also be arrested.
Also, Bhargava, one suspect has been taken into judicial custody. That's what we also understand. And you, of course, said that the police is unable to trace two friends.
Yes, sir. This, despite the fact that the rape survivor has, in fact, given the numbers of other suspects in this case. Those numbers, mobile phone numbers, are mentioned in the FIR, so police can easily track them. As far as the law is concerned, the fact that two of her friends were present in the room, they left the door open and in fact told her not to file a case because it takes a very long time for a case to get decided in India, and she is an American national, clearly shows that the two of her Indian friends were known to the accused in this case, and they should have been arrested at least on charges of criminal conspiracy, if not for sexual assault. But for some strange reason, the police has only filed a case of sexual assault, that is under Section 376 IPC, and they have not pressed charges of criminal conspiracy or common intention.
Extremely horrific case coming to light there. An American national of Indian origin was allegedly sexually assaulted by a boy named Jaswant Singh at a hotel in central Delhi, and the victim then traced the accused on social media and submitted his photo to the police. The suspect has been taken into judicial custody. However, what's more shocking is the fact that the victim complained that the police was not supportive throughout the case. In fact, the victim has also alleged that the police refused to file an FIR just because the complaint was in English. And the lawyer, we heard the lawyer also speak, who said that the lawyer had to intervene for the police to register an FIR in this case. Brutalist case that's come up here on an American national who was allegedly assaulted. In fact, we have Aishwarya Bhati joining us on the phone line. Aishwarya Bhati, here's another case where an American national was allegedly sexually assaulted. But what's more shocking is the fact that the police delayed filing an FIR because the complaint was in English.
Yeah, this case just exposes yet again the complete apathy that our police administration has gotten grip with. They're just not getting it, the demand of the citizens, the demand of women, that you have to deal with these issues on a zero tolerance basis. But, the biggest roadblock is the police itself. The biggest roadblock, they were supposed to be protectors. They have become they have become part of the malice, the part of the problem. Because they're not going to take swift action on these issues, And here is an international, an American national. So when her story goes out and it gets talked about, then the assault that has happened on her is another thing. But the point that her FIR is also not being registered, without any intervention by, I understood, the lawyer. But it's just exposes the complete apathy that the system, the police agencies, they have on offences against women. Now FIRs can be registered online also. It's absolutely shameful for them to insist that FIR is in English so we can't understand or speak in Hindi. This is like adding insult to injury by insisting that this foreign national actually speaks in Hindi when she probably can't even, she would not be well versed with Hindi, knowing fully well.
Also tell us, Aishwarya, now what do you think is the problem here? Because the law says under Section 166A that any police official who fails to record any information given to him shall be punished with rigorous imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 6 months, but which may also extend to 2 years. Now, why do you think there isn't enough action taken on police officials who delay filing an FIR?
I have never come across a single case of prosecution happening under this 166A. This is probably one such section that exists only in the law books. It's not being enforced. And, not so much so that even the Supreme Court, the Constitution Bench of Supreme Court in Lalita Kumari's case had to say that registration of FIR for a cognizable offence must be done without asking questions. FIR must be registered. So the police has no role of a prior investigation before registration of FIR. FIR has to be registered by them. There is no two ways about it. And then introduction of this section after, the entire the Nirbhaya case and all the reform that happened in law at that time, this section was included. But I am yet to come across a single case of prosecution because ultimately it's the police authorities who are supposed to be investigating, who are supposed to bring things to book. How can you expect them to prosecute any of their own when they are, for victims of sexual assault also they are treating them with so much of apathy? I'm not surprised that there is no prosecution under 166A. But there must be more awareness that it is possible to register an FIR online, and that must be insisted upon.
All right, Aishwarya Bhati, thank you so much for joining us here on Mirror Now. American national allegedly assaulted in central Delhi. But what's more shocking is the fact that the woman has alleged that the police has delayed filing an FIR because her complaint was in English. Now we have Brinda Adige also joining us on the phone line. Brinda Adige, here's what is extremely shocking. Not only is the police, has the police, delayed filing an FIR. What's also shocking is the fact that the crime rates have only been increasing. The NCRB data says, of course, that 486 cases of crimes against foreigners, out of which 384 cases are against foreign tourists.
I think as a nation, we need to tell ourselves that we have to take away the statement Atithi Devo Bhava, because we have time and again treated our women and children in such a nasty fashion, and we continue to do the same thing with foreign nationals. But what is more shameful is that the police are refusing to register a case, because it just goes to show that their attitude, their mindset is that it is the woman's fault and such a case need not be registered. One. Two, that she's a foreign national and she is seeking the help and support of the government of India vis-a-vis the police is lost on them. The enforcement of available legislations is absolutely nil in cases of rape and sexual violence on women and children. And nobody wants to question it, and everybody, even the elected representatives, the politicians are so busy giving lip service and knee-jerk reactions, but never want to enforce the law. The other question now is, can the National Human Rights Commission and the National Women's Rights Commission not take suo motu action on this issues? Because if nobody is going to take action, then what are we going to do with these laws? If everybody continues like the Andhra Pradesh Commission for Women saying that everyone must carry a knife with us, what are we becoming as a nation? And if each of us has to carry a knife and a gun with us to defend ourselves, why do we want to have a commission, and why do we have elected representatives? Why do we require a government? And why is that tax being paid to these people doing no job that they are appointed to do? Because this is the moot question just now. What is the government doing? What is my Prime Minister doing? What is the Chief Minister of UP doing? What is the Chief Minister of Delhi doing? They are so busy fighting amongst themselves that they have forgotten that citizens and foreign nationals are being targeted by everybody with impunity because these people refuse to enforce available legislations.
Absolutely. Also respond to the fact that the number of crimes have only been increasing, especially in Delhi. If you'll take a look at the statistics, in the year 2014 alone, 164 cases have cropped up against foreign nationals. Okay, we seem to have lost Brinda Adige's connection. We try and reconnect, but here is the case that is coming to light, viewers. American national allegedly assaulted in central Delhi. What's more shocking in this case is the fact that the victim has alleged that the police were uninviting. The police did not file an FIR simply because the complaint was in English, and the fact that the lawyer had to intervene, in fact, in this case, for the complaint to be registered. That's the latest we're getting. In fact, we also understand the victim then had to trace the accused on social media and submitted his photo to the police. The suspect has been taken into judicial custody. However, the victim also complained that the police was not supportive throughout the case.